Hey folks, how's it going? It's Donal here and welcome to the first part of Hello Wordle. Hello Wordle is a introductory tutorial aimed to teach you all about the fundamentals of computer science, computer programming, computational thinking, call it whatever you will, through the medium of building your own app. So, as I said, there's a couple of different parts to this tutorial. The first part of that is to look at this Figma design. It's something that you can replicate for yourself and you can import it into your Thunkable project. And then in the future parts, we're going to look at implementing some of the game logic, adding some settings, adding some statistics, and making the game do pretty much whatever you want it to do so that you can customize it however you like at the end. So whether that's customizing the design or indeed customizing the game itself, 4-letter words, 6-letter words, words in different languages, you can do pretty much whatever you want with it. But the first step is to get the original and the most familiar version of this working. And let's just show you what I've got here. So I've got the community file here for community Figma file for Hello Wordle. If we have a little pan around the canvas here, it includes a little design study, and then over on the other page, if I just move myself over here a little bit, we can look at the phone layouts as well. So we've got, again, just our reference colors for the design, and we've got a couple of sign-in screen, splash screen, we've got the game screen itself, and then we'll have help, statistics, and game settings, and we want to get those imported into Thunkable, and we want to get them connected, and that's the objective for tutorial 1 today. Just to have a look here in Figma. So this is a new version that I've set up, or a new Figma account that I've set up. It comes here with all the defaults. I don't have any Wordle files as of yet. And then in Thunkable, again, very straightforward to set up here. What we want to do is learn how to get a file, a design file from Figma into our Thunkable workspace, like so. Okay, so first thing we need to do here is duplicate this community Figma file. What that's going to do is create a copy in my account. So as you saw previously, I didn't have any files except for, or besides, the, you can see here it's coming from the community. I didn't have any design files except for the kind of defaults that Figma had given me. And you can see now I've got this community copy here. In my app. So I've got 3 different pages. We have our cover design and our design slide and design layouts. We've got our phone layouts, or our phone frames, our intro screen, game screen, help, stats, and settings. And then there's a credit page all about me and my attempts to design this. So what we're going to do here, this is the some extent of what you need to do to get a Figma file, a Figma design file like this into your Thunkable project. You copy the URL here at the top, so Control C or Command C. You go to your assets, we go to the Figma file section, so we click on assets here, we click plus to add a Figma file, paste in the link there. This might take a second to load, and it gives us the option here of those pages. So recall that phone layouts is the one with all of the phone screens that we need. Let's go ahead and click import there, let that process there for a moment or two, and what we should have is the design. So I can zoom out here in my designer. I can see they're maybe not in the exact order that I would like them to be in, so it's not a big deal here to rearrange. So we've got our help screen first, we've got our intro screen, we've got our stats screen, our settings screen. So I would like my intro screen, this one here, to be at the beginning. Let's move that up the component tree there. And I want this begin button, I want that to bring me to the Wordle screen here. So what's that called? That's called the game screen. So when the begin button is clicked, what we can do here is add some blocks. Blocks are what blocks allow us to add interactivity to our app. So let's go ahead, when the begin button is clicked, I just clicked on the wrong thing there. When the begin button is clicked, let's use these control blocks to navigate to the game screen. Perfect, that's all we need. From the game screen then, there are a couple of different options here. So we've got settings icon, we've got the stats, and we've got the help. Let's have a quick look here. We have help over on this side. Just scroll down here a small bit. We have the, this looks like stats. and this is for our settings, and they correspond to the different screens that we have here within our app. Okay, so let's go ahead and add some blocks or add some interactivity. Let's start with the icon help. When this is clicked, let's go and navigate to the help screen, and you can do the same thing then for all of these other icons that are on the screen. So you can drag the blocks out one by one, or alternatively you can use your favorite shortcuts, Control C, Control V. We wire up the stats page here as well. And then the last thing that we want to do is allow the user to get back from these pages. So if we have a look here, there is a little icon up in the top corner. If we choose that, it's close icon, ICN close, and let's add some blocks to that as well. When the close icon is clicked, let's go ahead and navigate back to our not our intro screen, but we're going to go back to our game screen like that. Yeah, so we can actually copy blocks, not just on the screen itself. So I can make a copy of these blocks. I can go to my settings, I can paste in here like this, and now I have a different icon here on this page, and then also that's two, and then the third one here is the help screen. So again, I want to make sure that this is connected to the close icon on the help screen. So even though they have similar names, they are different icons. We just need to manually connect them like that. And then I think in terms of testing this out, let's have a look here. We can actually test this app directly in our browser just to make sure all the screens have imported and that the basic button functionality is working as we want it to. So let's zoom out here a tiny bit to make it easier to see. Click the begin button here, brings us to the game screen. Help should bring us to the help section. Close brings us back. Stats is going to bring us to the stats section, and our settings brings us to our settings page like this. Now, we don't have any way to return to the intro screen. We don't necessarily need that, but you can always add in extra buttons now that you know how to use the blocks section here. So that's the first part. All the links that you need are just below the video. Make sure you create a copy of this Figma community file, add it to your own account, and then just copy the link into your Thunkable project. Once you've got that done, go ahead and jump into the next video and we'll learn how to build out the actual game screen itself. Alright, see you in the next one.